Hello, my Gojis. This is Gojiro12 blah blah blah. Y'all should know who I am at this point. In fact, I might have to stop saying my intros for some of these. Especially when it delves into things like drama or projects and stuff like that. But I just thought that I would say something on this because this is my, or at least one of my biggest projects ever, and it's the project that I want to be released the most. Like, full nim. I I wanted to see the light of day, and it was supposed to be released last year, but it just hasn't for many unfortunate reasons. Um, but yeah, I am going to talk about the Fantastic Gojira12 movie, the remonstered version. Play on the word remastered, monstered, mastered, whatever. So yeah, this was supposed to be a remake of my older movie, which featured uh me, Max, Maddox, Alec, and even Chloe's older characters. This was during the Gojira 12 era, not the Gojiverse era. So the stuff that occurred in that movie no longer canon. No longer canon to the universe. If anything, I think that it has more connection to the Jonosaurus stuff, if anything. If only because Jonosaurus doesn't truly have a universe to his name, or even a parallel universe to his name. But they're just dinosaurs, know what I mean? I shouldn't get too detailed in universes. Uh, but as in eras, yeah, the older Gojiro 12 movie is no longer canon. Because of some realizations, discoveries, and some outdated stuff that I have put in that film. I still love it, and it will probably set the norm for my channel, but this film will no longer be a sequel. It'll just be a different film entirely. Although there will be fourth wall breaks, specifically from Goji, Maddox, and Jonosaurus. And I'm pretty sure Jonosaurus is gonna be uh the biggest fourth wall breaker in this film because that's his personality. That's who he is as a character. Um But recently on Ariana's new account, which is the DDOT team, which is which DDOT stands for Dark Deception OC team, because that's one of her things right now. Um no offense. It seems interesting, but I'm just saying. Um and she wanted me to voice her character Smelt, who is a gold watcher or whatever they're called. It's like a golden statue, like a golden pirate statue. But so I am now the well, maybe I'm possibly the official voice of Smelt, but I have been sent no line, so we have yet to see. But as of now, I am going to be the demo voice of Smelt and probably the official voice of Smelt. But I just have to see how my voice works with his character. Um, Now, I also made this comment where it's like, oh, I'll definitely do it, but I also need some lines in return. And this was in reference to the Gojira 12 movie. Firstly, it was mostly a joke. It was mostly a joke, if I'm being honest. But then I realized how long I have not worked on the Gojira12 movie, and I just started to get sad because it was really supposed to be done in 2020, but because of certain things that interrupted its process, it just never got done. I made a demo scene and I made a demo credit scene, but that's it. That's it. That's the only thing. Those are the only things I've ever done related to the movie officially. And it's quite sad because I was really happy with the work I did on the demo opening scene, which is basically Goji and Grandeur, which is Goji's grandfather, by the way. And then Goji gets swept up by this creature, Grandpa Goji, that is. Um, but ever since I decided to change uh Erenbor's appearance to a Dimetrodon type dragon rather than a fire drake, which was Smog's species, uh it was only because the Smog figure is actually extremely fragile. I will use him for stuff, but not as Erenbor. That takes a lot of bashes and bruises, especially during the final battle. Um, and I don't want to risk my Smog figure, uh, snapping one of its wings again. So, not worth the risk. Not worth the risk. So yeah, I decided to make Erenbor a Dimetrodon. Dimetrodon dragon, or a Dimetro dragon, as they call him. Although he will still be called a uh fire tornado. In other words, but this is when okay, let me restart. This is when we get to the lines then. This was my major problem with me finishing the film. This is my biggest problem. Because like after all these months, no lines aside from a few specific people have not been done. I had to hold off making scenes. I mean, of course, I got lines from Dragon Lover 95. I got lines from Alec. Um, I even got lines from Mr. No Skin Films and yeah, Mr. No Skin. Yeah, I got lines from Mr. No Skin Films, who is playing an elderly ichthyosaur in the movie. Although, admittedly, I might need to change his lines as well to make things a bit more relevant to the new script and the new plot. And I got lines from Titanosaurus Productions. He is playing two characters technically, but his main character is Captain Dimitro. But some of his lines will need to be edited. So Titanosaurus Productions, if you're watching, Mr. No Skin Films or Azirex, if you're watching, I'm going to be changing some of your lines. So stick with me. And don't worry because they're only minor changes. They're only minor changes. Um, but the biggest problem for well, the lines are still the biggest problem, but the biggest problems from the line ordeal, from the entire voice acting ordeal in general, it's the main actors. Um, which has given me the idea of me just getting on a call with them and just recording their lines from the call. That seems easy enough. And because I feel like since April is on Tuesday, maybe, I just feel that uh once the Jonosaurus and Company Wonderland thing is finally released, that would be a great time for me to finally start redoing the Gojira12 movie. And it'll feel nice. But I have decided to not have it have a deadline because that was also a problem. Because I was so eager to get it out during the summer, that just wouldn't work. I'm just gonna be slow with it, gonna take time, and you know, add out a few more characters and add in a few more characters, and well, yeah, it would just make me a lot more happy when making the film. Just like how I was happy with the making of the Jonosaurus and Company, the dinosaur variation of Alice in Wonderland with a tinge of Through the Looking Glass. So, yeah. And I have come to the realization that this has no views. Uh, that's fine. That's fine. But it's always good considering I sent the link to this stream in the chat. So even when I'm done with this stream, people will still be able to look back at it. So I am in luck in that regard. Um but yeah, if all else fails, if people won't upload their lines onto YouTube, I'll just have to share lines with them and then record them onto my phone during a Zoom call or a Google Hangouts call. That's like my only solution at this point. And yeah. With that being said, I hope that people watch this stream after it has been made, and I really want to finish this film because this film means a lot to me. It nothing on this channel will be a magnum opus, but this would be like Goji's big show, and I want to give him that. I want to give him that respect. So, with that being said, my Gojis, I am going to go. Sayonara and have a good day. Might do another stream later, but for those with the link, I hope you acknowledge this because I really, really need this. Get lines done so I can get the film done. That's all there is. I'll send the updated lines to the specific actors, but other than that, sayonara. Have a good one.